Abu Trica has today been extradited to the United States to face judgment on counts of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and conspiracy to launder money in the United States. But we all know the issues and the drama surrounding his issue. Today, his lawyer has been talking, demanding the Attorney General gives him explanation as to how the client has been extradited to the United States. Because remember, earlier this week, I brought you news about him trying to file an injunction to stop the extradition, but his application was declined. It was denied, so that wasn't successful. And from Monday up till today, Thursday, the processes has been done, documentation has been done, and he has been flown out on a Delta plane to the United States to face the law there. We hope he's good and that, as he's claimed innocence in his interview with Captain Smart, he maintains that same story. If found guilty, he will do jail. He will do jail. And there's some assumption in the public that him granting that interview with Captain Smart seemed to have angered the FBI and the United States authorities, and that made them fast-track everything to get him there to face judgments. Moving on to our next story, the Parliament of Ghana has passed the community service bill. Yes, they are seeking to less custodial sentences and more community service, especially on first offenders and non-violent crimes, so that our prisons get discongested and it's not so choked with people who committed crimes that are not so violent. So if that succeeds, it's passed, so it's waiting the president's approval. If it's approved and it becomes a bill, it turns into law, then we would be seeing in the history of the country our first community service bill, where we'll see people in community attire. We don't know how it's going to look like, but I just assume they're going to wear a certain uniform to identify them as people who are serving community service based on their recommendation of the courts. Moving on to some sports news. You know, this season I'm always going to bring you some World Cup news. Morocco plays France today in the first quarterfinals of the World Cup today. It's going to be crazy because when Morocco played Brazil, we saw all the fireworks, we saw the match. What an interesting match it gave us. We hope this match brings that same fire. We want to see a lot of goals. We want to see headline makers. But most importantly, we want to see Africa prevail. That brings us to the end of today's episode. Like, share, and subscribe. And come back for another episode of Snippets with me, Dede Adanki.